Hey folks, this is Matt, aka Slash, and welcome back to the VintageBeef Fan Server. For some weird reason, I nearly said Kerbal Space Program. I do not know. Well, actually, I do know why. I was just watching. I'm so far behind on my videos. To give you an idea of how far behind I am on watching other people's videos, I just watched Zisto's Kerbal Space Program episode 100. So, if you're a fan of Zisto, you've been watching that series, you know how long ago that was released, and you will know just how far behind I am in watching videos. I'm trying desperately to catch up, but it may not end up happening, like, ever. I feel like I'm always going to be at least a week behind the actual releases. Yes, sir, I did. Hold on, I gotta step out of the portal. Dang, nether frame rate lag. Oh, nope. I wanted to go this way. So we're going to continue work on the biomes project today. JR Beers posted on the last episode that he's got a bunch of netherrack that I am allowed to have over at, I believe he said, the end of his tunnel. So I guess over by his portal that opens up to his area. So we're going to go pick that up. I think, yeah, I've got a mostly empty inventory. We're going to pick that up, bring it over, and we'll also just take a quick look at what he has done, because I don't know if I've ever visited his base in an episode with you guys before. So, let's pop in here. JRBeer 717, Turbo Nether Tunnel, Sprint Jump for maximum speed, bring food! So, here we go. It's a waffled ice track. And we zoom along. What's actually kind of funny is that it's probably shorter if I go out and open nether from my base portal and just like ender pearl over to his base portal. because his tunnel is about as long as mine is. And I think I can actually see his portal from my portal when I'm out in the nether. But I came around the long way. Oh, yeah, here. Let's see if I'm correct on this. We'll pop that open. I think if you just go... let's see here. I think if you just go around this way... and then... over here a little bit... I think, well, maybe, I might be wrong now. I'm not sure. Let's go take a look. Oh, see you, Rexy. Maybe this is it. Over here. Is this it? No. Alright, never mind. I was pretty sure that you could. Oh, he's back. Anyway. That little detour aside. Ah, fantastic. Hopefully that will do the job. I don't know if I need stairs at all, but I'll leave those. He only explicitly said the netherrack. But let's pop through as well while we're here. And we'll take a look at his base. I don't know how much he's been working on it recently. But it's a pretty cool look. It's, this is the edge of 1.6 terrain that I'm standing in now. And then this is 1.7 terrain here. And he thought it looked like a mountainside that you would build a village into. I forget like exactly what it's called. But it's like out in the desert somewhere. There's these villages that they sort of carve into the it's not sandstone, I don't think. I think it's basically clay that they dig into the side and they build houses so it's in the shade. And so he was building a little sort of village thing here in that style, and it looks very cool. What do we got here? Oh, we got a boat there. Boat docks. I think this labels this Oh, here we go. JR Beer 717's Pueblo Pit Stop. So there you go. It's called a Pueblo. I could not remember what it was called, but he's got his storage units all along the side here, which is pretty cool. Looks like he was tunneling in that direction. This is right next... Oh, no, this isn't where the portal was. I was looking at my ender chest. But we've got that going on. So that's like a workshop area. You got the portal in here. That's where it marks his base. We've got an oasis up here. Go up this spiral staircase, and he's created himself an oasis here in the middle of the... I almost said jungle. Here in the middle of the desert. And it looks very cool. I like the very organic looking placement of items around here. The crops and the trees and whatnot. This is the sort of thing that I'm not very good at doing in Minecraft. And need to practice, I think. But this just sort of organic layout of everything is very, very cool. And I have to snoop in all the chests, of course. Now, can I... You can't get in there. Okay. I think this is a desert... And this isn't like a... This doesn't look like a generated desert well. I was about to say, I think that's a desert well that he copied from the Minecraft version, but it's his own design of it, so that's good. And this is the way back down, I believe, as well, but we're going to come up this way, just so you can see Bonk right on the edge of the world here. And I think that's about it for here, so let's go ahead. Wow, look at all the... Holy mackerel at the squid! Or holy squid at the squid, I guess. That's a lot of squid. Holy moly. I don't know that I've ever seen that much squid in one place before. But anywho, let's pop our way back over to the biomes project and see if we can't, if not finish the nether portion of it, at least finish the overall layout of it. And go back later and add stuff like the lava pools and whatever else need to show up to make it look good. Oh! So I think I had mentioned in my Achievement Hunter Rules That Matter series that I was on vacation over the 4th of July period. and that's why you didn't get a VBFS from me last Saturday. I'm trying a schedule out. Don't hold me to it. Because I'm telling you right now that I've said that I'm trying to have a schedule, something's going to go completely wrong. Oh. I think Netherlands eliminated Mexico. Did they not in the round of 16? Is that... Am I remembering that right? I don't know if I'm remembering that right, but that would certainly make sense with Rexonite's jubilation, because I believe he is from Mexico. But anyway, a little World Cup distraction, that's fine. We actually watched a lot of World Cup while I was on vacation at... Yeah, it was Sweet Revenge. While I was on vacation... over the 4th of July holiday. My parents own a cabin that is more or less out in the middle of nowhere. And we don't even get any cell phone reception while we're there. So it's a nice time to just kind of go and unplug and not have to worry at all about the stuff that's going on the internet or in the... You know, the larger world. You can just disconnect and decompress, and it's really, really nice. We make a habit of going up there in the fall every year, but this year we decided that we wanted to spend a week up there around the holidays, just I don't know, just to have like a mini vacation, a cheap, inexpensive, miniature vacation that we could enjoy but not have to spend a whole lot of money on. You know, we had gone to Disney World last fall, so we didn't really want to spend any more money than we absolutely had to, I guess, this year on our family vacation. But it was a lot of fun, and it's a little bit different. I'm just randomly placing torches. I think I might have had a grid originally, but maybe not. Anyway, it's really fun because there's, in addition to being disconnected, there is, actual cable television and stuff. So we were able to keep up with the World Cup. And when we wanted some entertainment that wasn't World Cup related, or when there wasn't a game to watch, one of the things that we did was play some older video games. I have an original Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, which apparently is breaking. And Nintendo 64 that are all up at the cabin. And we have a handful of games for each one, and it's a lot of fun digging out these retro games and playing games that don't get to see the light of day very often. So we played, one of the games I always play when I'm up there is Mega Man 2 for the original Nintendo. It remains my favorite Mega Man game. I've played some of the later versions of Mega Man. Let's put a little hill here. But I like Mega Man 2 the best. It's better than all the rest of them, in my opinion, just because it's got that nostalgia factor for me. And pretty much every time we go to the cabin, I sit down and I play it start to finish, one go, and my son watches and thoroughly enjoys getting to see this older pixelated, 8-bit video game or whatever it is, 16-bit, I guess. I know what, it's regular Nintendo was 8-bit processing, right? And then the Super Nintendo was 16-bit. Am I remembering that correctly? I don't know if I'm remembering that right or not. But in any event, old school gaming, sprites instead of 3D models and all of that. And then speaking about 3D models, we talked about this a little bit on Dem Guy's podcast on Wednesday, which if you missed it, if you're wondering where it was, it's on its own channel. So check out Dem Guy's podcast, youtube.com/DemGuysPodcast. If you were looking for it on my channel and you were wondering where it has gone, because we missed 2 weeks ago, and then the one that just only released over on the new channel. Anyway, we talked about it on the podcast a little bit, but played some Donkey Kong 64 on the N64, because with the Nintendo 64, roughly half the games had 64 at the end of their title, to laud the fact that it was a 64-bit gaming platform. Let's do it that way. And I love that game. It is a good game, but it is buggy as all get out in terms of usability. And apparently there's a ton of glitches in it that speedrunners use. I haven't checked out any speedrunning videos for it, but apparently it is it's a very glitchy game for that purpose. But for some reason, despite the glitches, despite the difficulty that I have with the camera controls and just the fact that the game seems kind of slow to respond to input and all of that, despite all of that, I still love that game. There's something about that game that's very enjoyable. I mean, I love Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, and I think that's probably the best Donkey Kong game that I have played, still, the original, the classic. When it's just Donkey and Diddy as the playable characters, and, I could get 101% completion on that, on the original game, because I knew where all the bonus barrels were, and whatnot, so it had that sort of bit of nostalgia to it, too, I guess, in my mind, but Donkey Kong 64 is still, that's still a fun game to play. I still enjoy playing that one. Let's just kind of back up this right to the wall here like that. Seems about right. Maybe like this? Sure. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. Now, the tricky part is doing the ceiling. Gonna have to pillar up here. And I think I'll pillar up from over here, just so it's easier to see where the pillar is. Anyway, let's see. What was I saying? Oh. Hold on. We gotta make a decision here. How far in, or how far out from the center should the netherrack extend? I'm thinking no further than maybe there, directly above our heads right now. Because I think we try to go any further over than that, like, and it starts crawling down the walls, and I don't like that at all. But I think this will work. And I think we'll just, more or less, match the contours of the dome here. And if we mess up and there's some little crags and whatnot, that's fine. And I think we'll, as we go across, we'll poke it downward instead of upward. So I guess we won't really be following the contours exactly, but whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just thinking out loud. But Donkey Kong 64 was played quite a bit at the cabin. We also played Ocarina of Time, which, of course, that's a game that I would play. I mean, you know, how could I not play Zelda games when they are available? So yeah, we did some of that, watched a lot of World Cup, did some hiking, did some geocaching for the first time in ages. We used to geocache quite a bit. We had gotten into it, I don't even know if we were married yet, my wife and I, when we started geocaching. But then with the kids being born and being young, it was a little more difficult to get out. When my son was too old to haul around in the carrier, that's when, you know, the little, like, papoose type thing. That's when going geocaching was, oh, news! Was no longer really feasible. But in case you're not familiar with geocaching, let me tell you all about it. Geocaching is a thing that uses your GPS on hiking trails and just all sorts of different places in the world. You go to a particular latitude and longitude that are provided to you from a website like geocaching.com is the official one, but I think there are some unofficial ones out there as well. Speedy and fiery are a bad combination. And you go to these locations, and there's some sort of cache there. C-A-C-H-E. And it can either be a big thing containing actual items, some kind of swag, for example, or it can be just like I've seen old, like 35mm film canisters that just are big enough to hold a logbook so that you can write your name down and say, yeah, I found it, and then move on with life. There's, you know, you can't store anything in there. But anyway, if it holds stuff, generally you bring some stuff along that you can swap out, something that's in the cache for something that you brought along with you. You sign a logbook usually, and then you just move on. You can record the fact that you found it on geocaching website as well, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, but without having a list of different items to find that you could find anywhere. It's half scavenger hunt and half treasure hunt, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And it has the added fun of treating it like it's a big secret when you're doing it, because if people that don't know geocaching, don't understand geocaching, might come across a cache, or, you know, find a cache that they've seen somebody else pull up and think that it's something that they can just take with them, that it's either something somebody lost and now they can claim it as their own, or it's something that you know, that they just want to steal because they're being malicious about it or whatever. But so in the geocaching community, people that are not geocachers are referred to as muggles from Harry Potter. And it can be kind of fun when you're hiking because you don't necessarily know if those people that are wandering around on the trails with you are muggles or not. So you have to be very careful not to accidentally reveal the location of a cache. And it can be awkward because you'll spend this time standing around, like it's like, okay, the cache is around here somewhere, but okay, I can't look at the GPS now. I have to do something else so that they don't know I'm looking for something. Let's talk about these rocks. Let's act like we're teaching the kids things. Yeah, that'll work. And then maybe they'll just go away and we can move on and not think about it anymore and just get the cache and go, and you know, or get the cache and you don't take it with you. You get it and you put it back where you found it. You hide it. But so we did 3 geocaches, and we think there was another group of people geocaching as well, looking for one of the same caches that we had looked at, because they went away when we showed up, and then they came back while we were on our way out, which is a pretty good indication that they were waiting for us to leave so that they could get the cache without us knowing about it in case we were muggles. So it's like geocachers can be like ships passing in the night. You know, not knowing anything about each other, but being kindred spirits nonetheless. So that was a lot of fun, and they were specifically designed for kids, the particular caches we were going for, so they were easier to find, they were easier to get to than some. Some you have to hike through, you know, difficult terrain to get to, or they're really small and they're hidden really well. But these were pretty obvious to find if you knew what you were looking for. You know, someone just walking down the nature trail wouldn't pick up on the fact that there was something there, but somebody that came there looking for something would know, oh, there's the thing I'm looking for. So that was a lot of fun, and we also built a fire a couple of nights in the fire pit that we dug, or my dad dug, I should say, outside in the yard of the cabin, and we roasted marshmallows for s'mores, and we roasted hot dogs for dinner the one night, and that was a lot of fun. My son, who you may remember, just turned 7. Is that it? Are we all the way around? Oh, I need to get some over here. My son, who just turned 7, is now old enough that he can roast his own hot dogs and marshmallows. So that was kind of a milestone for this trip, that we trusted him that close to the fire to be able to roast stuff. Okay, I think we're gonna have enough netherrack here. So that was a ton of fun too. I think, are we done? I think we're done. I'm gonna tear down the scaffolding here, and we might pillar up and add a little bit. Oops, that's no good. We might pillar up and add a little bit of randomization to it once we get a big picture look at it from down below. But I think we've got the whole ceiling at least covered. But yeah, the cabin was really nice. It's nice to get away. It's weird, too, because, well, for one thing, I had to schedule all these videos to publish while I was gone. I think I put 3 or 4 videos up while we were away. So that was a little bit of a binge recording for me. It's not something I'm used to doing. I'm lucky if I managed to get it recorded the day before I want to put it up. And then to not see the feedback as soon as it comes in. You know, I get emailed when comments get posted because the channel is small enough that I'm not inundated with emails when that setting's enabled. And I'm used to seeing, like, as soon as somebody posts a comment on a video, I see it, and I'm able to respond to it, be like, oh, yeah, and whatever. And it was weird not having that capability, but it was good at the same time, because it's so relaxing. You can just have a big old do-nothing day, and just enjoy yourself. Yeah, I think we need to put another little island over here. I'm gonna do it this way so that I can see where my pillar is. But yeah, let's go up here and let's just kind of create a random outline here. Something like that, maybe? Let's see how that looks. We might need another one on the other side. Ouch! My ankles. I feel like there's something else that we did that I wanted to talk to you about from our vacation, but it's not occurring to me right now, so never mind. Yeah, I think we need... No, there's going to be lava, I think, coming down from these guys. I think I want to have lava coming down from those two little indentations. So I think we'll leave this as is. The only thing I think that would improve this would be if I brought some Silk Touch nether quartz over here, maybe, and embedded some up in the ceiling. So I will think about that and maybe do that off camera. But I think we're mostly done here. I gotta figure out how to have this lava be safe, though. Okay, so if the lava is coming down from there, it's coming down to this point right here. So if I do something like this, right, we're right underneath it. So if I do something like this, and then go just bare minimum, we don't want people jumping up by accident either, though. So let's go like this, maybe? I don't want it to look like a box, though. There, that's probably as good as we're gonna get on that one. And then what about the other one? The other one is over here. It's gonna come down here, so we're gonna need, at a minimum, that. And then can we sort of something like that, maybe? I don't know, it looks kind of funky, I realize. Oops, I'm in a hole! It looks kind of funky, I realize, not quite like natural nether terrain. So if you have an idea on how I can improve on that mess, I would appreciate it. But I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you didn't mind me rambling on about my vacation. At least I didn't show you vacation slides. But hopefully next time we'll be able to spend some time on either the savanna over there, which I need to get some more dirt for, and add some sort of rolling hills over here. Or perhaps we will tackle the mesa or the desert. And I did have suggestions on the last video that maybe the end would be a fun one to do, which I've got some ideas on the way I want to handle that. So maybe we will do that next time as well for a little bit of a change of pace, switch dimensions away from the nether and the overworld for a bit. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Elevator, go up.